Hey everyone! I hope you all had a wonderful winter break. My name is Elek, and we're kicking this new year off with much more entertainment in all varieties. To start off on my segment, let's talk about Nintendo. We've all been notated on the release of the game Super Mario All-Stars that came out last year for the Nintendo Switch. That game includes 3 Mario classics, which consist of Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. But this year, they have decided to take that same idea with another ideal game that many would be familiar with, called Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. For those who may not know, Super Mario 3D World is a game that was originally released for the Wii U back in 2013. You can play as 4 different characters who set off on an adventure to stop the evil Bowser from kidnapping a small group of fairies. The 4 playable characters include Mario, who is well-rounded and good for any course, Luigi, who is a high jumper, Peach, who is able to flutter in midair, and Toad, of course, who is a really good dasher. Throughout the different stages, you have the ability to collect green stars, stamps for screenshots, and compete against other players to see who can hold the highest score. Many of the power-ups from the original game are brought back into perspective as well, such as the Cat Bell, the Double Cherry, Coin Block, Tanuki Suit, and much, much more. But don't forget, there is also a second game called Bowser's Fury. So from what can be discovered in the trailer, the game takes place on an island where a similar playstyle of 3D World takes place, featuring our beloved plumber Mario. You can team up with Bowser Jr. against the efforts of the evil Fury Bowser, who makes an effort to corrupt the island. Your main goal is to obtain access to the Giga Bell. When I first watched the trailer, I was really excited and pleased with the way it reminded me of the past games, such as Super Mario Odyssey and the Mario & Luigi RPG games that used to be popular at that time. So I hope this game brings new excitement, opportunities, characters, and more. And I can't wait to see what other surprises Nintendo decides to pull out for us. So this game will be available for purchase in February of 2021. So I recommend getting it and playing it as soon as you can, because it'll be a whole ton of fun for the entire family. That's all for me, folks. So be sure to stay tuned in and listen to us every week on Sundays. Bon voyage! Hello, WZIP listeners. My name is Elek, and you are listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we give out news and surprises that portray to all things entertainment. As we head into this lovely month of February, where Valentine's Day is right around the corner, I figured that I would talk about 2 famous old-fashioned cartoon characters that are making a new appearance later this year. They happen to be starring in their own movie called Tom and Jerry, the Movie. For those of you who don't know who Tom and Jerry are, well, they're 2 iconic and lovable characters that were created back in 1940 and appeared in multiple movies, film series, and TV shows over the past couple of years. A cat named Tom chases after a mouse named Jerry, while they both get themselves into a whole bunch of different shenanigans. Old cartoons have always liked to play off this type of storytelling with one character chasing another. This same concept was used with Looney Tunes, where we had Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, Roadrunner with Wile E. Cody, and so on and so forth. They are just known as 2 iconic characters that bring laughter and joy to people's faces. For as long as I can remember, Tom and Jerry have appeared in multiple family-friendly films. They originally came out with their TV series that aired in the 1940s. The comedic rivalry between the 2 of them have taken them to wild places such as the beach, the park, skyscraper buildings, and plenty of other iconic places. They have also appeared in many different crossovers that feature other well-known characters, including Sherlock Holmes, The Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Robin Hood, and tons more. So let's fast forward to the year of 2021, where we are introduced to yet another Tom and Jerry movie. From what we can see in the new movie trailers that were released back in November, Tom and Jerry travel to the big city and go on another wild adventure. They visit this fancy hotel where things get really messy. So the hotel was known for being hosted by many well-known leaders, and now it's being hosted by a special wedding of the century. So basically, the movie revolves around 2 main characters and the rest of the staff in the hotel. So I don't want to spoil too much, so what I recommend you doing is going to watch the trailer for yourself. The movie itself will be coming out on February 26th. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you decide to stay tuned in and listen to some of the other great departments here at WZIP. This is Elek, signing out.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we unzip all things in entertainment news. I'm your host, Rachel, and joining me today are...
Hi, it's Abbie.
My name's Elek.
Hi, Abbie and Elek. Elek is going to be with us for a majority of this, but he does have to bounce during the middle. But we are happy to have him regardless.
Yeah, I think this will be a good time. We'll
Yeah,
get to
it'll be fun.
refresh a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're gonna start off by talking about the Super Bowl halftime show because that was the big thing that happened this week. First of all, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy
Happy
Valentine's
Heart Day.
Yay, it'll be so much fun.
Big lovers.
But but yeah, Super Bowl halftime show last week. The Weeknd performed. It was just okay.
It
Yeah.
was fine. That's it. That
Well,
was it. It
I
was
got-
creepy.
I gotta say, I do like the visuals that the Weeknd put on, especially with past halftime shows, when they would go all out with the decorations and stuff. Like, you know how I only saw like a little bit of the entire performance, but from what I've seen, they had this amazing set design. I would say, like they were staying on top. I wasn't sure if they were buildings or whatnot. I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
pretty sure it was like bleachers almost. That they're.
Bleachers?
It looked like
Okay.
they were on risers of some
Yeah.
sort.
All,
But like,
all I know is there was different platforms and
Yeah.
levels, like riser, like you said.
how
so.
did you guys feel about the costumes and
I thought that the costume. I think he did the best that he could with the little that he was given.
yeah.
You know, because I think that the pandemic had a big. It played a lot into what he was able to do performance-wise. Because that's why everybody was
I'm
wearing masks.
yeah, I'm
and
assuming
stuff,
that was
which
the
is
mask thing.
fine because it goes with his aesthetic.
It was so
But, like,
creepy to
See,
me.
when you think about like shows and stuff, you think about like Beyonce and
Kinda,
Bruno
yeah.
Mars,
or
and
the
like
Shakira
even
to that extent.
last
Whole
year,
play.
Shakira and J-Lo.
like
Amazing.
seriously, but like I think
Probably
since
your
the
favorites.
pandemic happened,
My
he wasn't able
fave.
to
Yeah.
do the whole like
My
concert
okay,
experience.
my thing was it was the red glowing eyes. It was so cult like to me. Like
Really?
it
Huh.
creeped me out. I don't know, I didn't like it. And then but he sounded amazing, which like it comes down to like the sound of it. And
Yeah.
The Weeknd is a great performer
Mhm.
regardless. So like yeah, the background people were a little but like he sounded great, like just he brought the voice. So that's really the important part.
Random
Yeah, for
comment. Whenever I hear the Weeknd, or I guess the Weeknd name, it sounds plural, like it's a group.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
it
I always
ju- is
thought
it
that
just one
too.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with these different people, so
Yeah.
overall, I believed he did a great job.
Me
So,
too. I love the Weeknd. I can't wait for him to come to Cleveland next year. I'm so
Same.
excited.
I
I'm
love
singing along to
him.
like
He's
every
amazing.
single song that he
Mhm.
was singing during the performance. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. That's
Blinding
probably why
Lights,
I'm
I was ready.
probably why I'm excusing it
When
so
he
much
played
because I'm a fan.
the You Earned It, 50 Shades of Grey song, I was like, yes.
It's really good.
I was ready.
All right, cool. Well, Judas and the Black Messiah has come out on HBO Max as well as in theaters, and Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar has also been released only on video on demand. I watched both of them already.
really,
Yes, they
you
are
must, you
really
must be
good.
a big movie buff then. If you
like
watch
to think
shows
so.
that quick,
Yeah.
Well, my dad, I was home this week, so my
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
and he wanted to watch Judas and the Black Messiah, and I wanted to see it, so we watched it together. And then later that night, when I was back in Akron, I watched it, Barb and Star, with my boyfriend because some Valentine's Day plans fell through.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
watch it together, but I still wanted to watch the movie, so we watched it together. It's hilarious. Judas and the Black Messiah is just a really good movie in general. Just very Oscar worthy, in my opinion. 4
Yeah.
out of 5 for both. For both very different reasons. One's really stupid and fun.
Uh-huh.
The other one is really depressing, but it's really captivating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see either of these movies? Do you think?
I mean, I've heard a lot of really good things about them. I definitely want to see both of them. It's just not the top of my list, but I definitely
Yeah.
want to see both of them because
For
I've
sure.
heard a
I
lot of good
feel it.
things
I mean,
about them.
same thing. They're not on my top hit list, but I mean, if I ever have the time, I guess I could check out something like that. I just don't really watch these type of movies, but then again, when we talk about them here, they sound interesting. Like if
Yeah.
I have the time, yeah, I should definitely go check it out. But on my own, I probably wouldn't. So, but
Yeah.
they sound really good.
I agree.
Kudos to those guys.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be fun. And girls, because it's Bridesmaids. Have you ever seen
Oh,
Bridesmaids?
yes.
Huh.
It's the same girls that do Bridesmaids. Kristen
Okay.
Wiig.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
nice.
It's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Speaking of movies, during the Super Bowl, the trailer for M. Night Shyamalan's new movie Old
Uh-huh.
dropped.
I saw that.
What did you think, Abbie?
I'm excited.
I'm not.
No, I am. I'm really excited for that. It seemed really interesting just watching that.
A movie titled The Age? I've never expected that before.
Crazy. It's very
weird.
M. Night Shyamalan of him to just say what it is.
Uh-huh.
The
yeah.
Happening.
Yeah.
Split.
Yeah.
Unbreakable.
Very, very, very true. It just, it's him. It's his
very
style
him.
for sure.
It looks like it's gonna be very metaphorical about age and like getting old and stuff, which is
I
expected.
think it'll be just humbling. I don't know. You know, it's just like there's a lot you don't think about. Like when we're this age, you don't think about things like the same way you think about them when you're older, obviously. So like, I mean, I worked at a nursing home. This is completely off the subject, but I worked at a nursing home, so like I already had that aspect. So like this movie, I'm really excited for that. So.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not. M. Night Shyamalan, like every other movie is good, but then
Okay.
like it's when it's good, it's good. It's really good.
Mhm.
But then when it's bad, it's terrible.
Yeah.
There's
absolute
never a good
garbage.
in between with
No.
any of these things, is there?
No, especially with M. Night Shyamalan. Like The Happening, one of the worst movies of all time.
I don't know if I've seen it.
No,
Happening. No.
Signs. I've heard mixed.
Signs.
Signs.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I didn't really
little bit.
like it.
Aliens are
but
afraid of wood. Something that takes
Yeah.
up a good chunk
It was
of
a
this
little
planet.
tacky.
Right.
Yeah, but then there's The Sixth Sense, which is like one of the best horror movies
one of my
all time.
favorite. That's what I think about when I think
See,
about him. I
and I
think
liked-
about The Sixth Sense.
I liked Unbreakable and I liked Split. But
Split,
then this
yes,
one
so
looks
good.
it has an interesting concept, I will say
Uh-huh.
that. But then all of the bits that I saw of it, I'm like, this looks bad. When the
Yeah.
girl got old, like from young to old, everything that was happening with it, I was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
watch this.
Yeah.
That's creepy. I do like the wolf. I forget which wolf brother that plays the older version of the kid. He's a good actor though. He was
I
in
remember.
what was he in? He was in I forget which one is which.
Uh.
He's like kind of like one of the Spouse brothers, but they're not twins.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
weird. He was in the Naked Brothers band.
Oh.
Yeah, from Nickelodeon. Like they're actually like acting in movies now.
Okay. Nice.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see with that. I'm not into it.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
Anyway, thank you so much.
All right, bye, Elek.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Alec.
It was fun having you for the first 7 minutes.
Hello, everyone! I'm back on Entertainment Unzipped to talk about more things entertainment. We'll often discuss movies, video games, and celebrity news, but since we're in a brand new season of spring, where we are surrounded by nature's flourishing blooms and scenery, I figured that for this episode, I'd take a little spin and talk about something different instead. In that case, let's talk about springtime activities. I've decided to give out a brief list of stuff for every type of person, whether you like staying indoors or going outside to explore the wild. For starters, let's begin with the indoor activities. There are many activities that you can do inside your household to make you a better person or to do just for the fun of it. Is your chamber in a complicated condition? Then consider trying out some spring cleaning. I know, not the brightest thing to start on, but think of all the endless possibilities that could happen if you have a clean cottage or a living space. You can make room for parties or get together once the world opens back up. Is cleaning not your style? Then you could try developing a new hobby. With these types of new hobbies, you could go anywhere. So it's best to get in touch with your inner self as soon as you can. You could either learn a new song, play a new sport, learn how to cook for the first time, so on and so forth. But if you're the type of person who likes to go out there and explore the outdoors, then these next set of activities might be just for you. One of the best activities you could try out if available is planting a garden. Even if you have never done anything like that before, don't sweat it. A positive outcome of having your own garden, regardless of size, is that you'll have a great harvest season coming next fall. It's a yearly thing that people like to do in order to stay healthy. I totally think more people should try it. Another thing that you could do is hit the trails. In order to stay in shape, people usually go out for a hike in the woods or on a local trail. You could also consider taking your bike. For instance, I've been on the cross-country team for 5 years, and it's helped me stay in good shape. If you're thinking about riding a bike, then try going out with your family, or bring a friend or two. These were only a handful of different things that you could do during this time of the year. It's truly endless. Thank you so much for listening to my informative yet entertaining advice on springtime activities. Feel free to stay tuned on to hear some of our other entertainment folks talk about their great topics for this week. Until then, signing out.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we unzip all things in entertainment news. I'm your host, Rachel, and I have 2 co-hosts joining me today, Elek and Laney. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. I'm glad I get to be back on the show. I think this is gonna be an awesome session. So
I'm excited.
yeah,
What
I
about
don't
you,
know.
Laney?
Pretty speechless right now, but overall fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. This beautiful weather really puts me in a good mood this week. So
Really nice outside right now.
Yeah, for sure.
We've-
Spring has sprung. So that's nice.
Spring
and
has
fun.
sprung for everyone.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Beautiful. All right.
Thanks.
Let's get started with some news. And starting off on a little bit of a lighter note, The Queen's Gambit is becoming a musical. It's being adapted into a musical, and that's really all of the information I have for you.
Really?
Yeah. I love this show. I love musicals. I'm excited to see what comes of it. I don't know if either of you have seen the show yet, or I know, Laney, you said you saw a couple of
Yeah.
episodes.
I got to watch it. It's a really good show, and I'm just wondering how the musical's gonna like tail out.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna like how, because she envisions the chessboard on the ceiling and things,
Mhm.
like how it works in her
Mhm.
mind. I'm just wondering how they'll show that in the musical. Like I'm sure they'll pull it off like beautifully. I'm just, I'm
Mhm.
excited to see how it'll all fall out.
Right.
I feel that. Elek, what do you think?
So I've at least seen the trailer, and I really liked how the movie at least displayed its colors and its culture.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really know much about the story, but I could tell that the lead is played by I think
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay, so that's her name. So
Yeah.
I think her biggest rival was a Russian. Now, I
Yes.
guess since we're going off of musicals, there is one other musical I'd like to bring up that is related to chess. It's actually called Chess,
Oh.
and I think it's actually American
Unique.
play. Like there's an American player versus a Russian player, and it follows that same concept. I remember seeing it with a friend once at, I think, some theater somewhere.
That is where you
Yeah,
say
it was
play.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
sounds interesting. I've never heard of chess. So,
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
a really fascinating musical.
Yeah, cool.
It's pretty basic, like it's what you'd expect, but the story is pretty fascinating. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't exactly know details, but yeah, it's basically against two countries, America and Russia. So that's
For
the same
sure.
thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
Russians can't really go anywhere else for chess.
Russians are competitive.
Yeah,
Or at least their games are.
Yeah,
I don't,
for
I don't
sure.
know. I can't say much for them.
I've never seen a show translated to a musical because it is a series. It's
Yeah.
like a mini series.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I've
we've
seen
like
movies.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
Amelie is
Uh-huh.
a musical. That's a pretty good musical, actually. I saw High School Musical, like the actual, like my the rival high school in my town. They like adapted it into a play, and that was weird.
Yeah.
Mean
That's right.
Girls. Mean Girls is a pretty big one. Heathers.
Yeah. I-
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. I agree with you though. Like that will be really interesting.
To see
Set
how they'll
design,
do
how they're
it.
gonna
Mhm.
do that with
Mhm.
the maybe they could do some lighting stuff.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek is going to be in season 2 of Russian Doll. Both are pretty big on Netflix. Russian Doll is a Netflix original.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha Lyonne is the main person in Russian Doll, at least, or at least she was in season 1.
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna change it up in season 2.
Do
I'm
we
just
know
excited
anything
there
about
is-
season 2 yet, or is still
No,
this just
we
coming up?
just-
So we can't really say anything as of right now, huh?
I binged Russian Doll as one of one of my COVID shows was Russian Doll. It was just the middle of summer. I just
Yeah.
had nothing else to do,
Yeah,
so
might
I
as well.
watched
Okay.
it. And by the end of it, it just said season 2's coming, and I was like, cool. Don't know how
Yeah,
they're
cool.
gonna do that. Maybe they're gonna do like a happy, because the premise of the show is it's a time loop.
Okay.
So I don't know how you'd go back and do a time loop again unless it's like
Yeah.
Happy Death Day
Right.
2,
Oh.
which I
Hmm.
don't get.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Do you think
Yeah.
I don't, I've
Huh.
heard good things about it. That it's like sad but funny and
Correct.
it's so
tragic comedies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a black comedy for sure.
Uh,
Hmm. But I love Natasha Lyonne so much. I loved her in Orange Is the New Black,
Mhm.
Slums of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
She's just a great actress. So I'm excited to see if she comes back or not.
well, for a great acting legacy, let's hope so.
Yeah, I wonder what Annie Murphy's role is gonna be in the show.
In the
because
season
she's really
2.
good in Schitt's
Mhm.
Creek. I don't know if either of you have seen Schitt's Creek or not. I'm
Nope.
sure you've heard
No.
of it.
Yeah.
Because it's won so many awards, won an Emmy and like best comedy series last year for the Emmys,
Mhm.
and then at the Golden Globes, it won best comedy as well, and Catherine O'Hara won best actress. So that was
Nice.
cool. Gotta love that for them. She's
Well,
also
congratulations to them.
yeah, for sure. And Annie Murphy's gonna be in a new AMC series. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. It's called like I forget. It's somewhat like an F himself.
Hmm.
I think it's her husband. It's
Oh.
also a black comedy, so
Yeah.
it should be
I haven't heard
interesting.
of that one, but-
Kevin can F himself, but yeah. So speaking of TV, we've got an interesting little segment from Christina. She's going to talk about The Masked Singer. So that should be interesting, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. That was a great segment from Christina. And as she was talking, I remembered just this week, Kermit the Frog was revealed to be the snail on The Masked Singer, and everybody on the internet is very confused.
Yes.
Wait, Kermit the Snail?
It's Kermit the Frog was the snail. See, they all have their own little things.
There
so
was
like,
a frog inside of a snail?
yes.
What?
It's very reverse Animal Kingdom-y. But yeah, everybody has like their own person. Like one person was the sun. Somebody was an egg.
Yeah.
And they just go by like
They're
the egg,
running out of ideas.
the
for
flamingo.
costumes.
But yeah, we looked at the costume and we're just kind of confused.
Yeah. I don't know how you get in there.
Nah, it plays out.
And then hold him.
Have
and then
they
the
had
voice
Kermit
and...
in there the whole time and they were just waiting for him to
Yeah,
get
someone
voted
didn't
off?
use it.
Or is it
Maybe.
just the puppet guy and then they were like, okay, he's off. Just pull him out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's an interesting guess.
Yeah.
I will
Don't
say
think
that.
about it too hard.
They
Just
pulled
let
it
those
off
things
though,
happen.
so
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the
Yeah.
Muppets. I love Kermit the Frog. So I'm sad he got voted off. But
Yeah.
how funny if he would have won. That'd have been
That
so
would've been
funny.
amazing and so
Wouldn't that have been
meta.
something?
Yeah.
We'd all be talking about it so much.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
we are now, right here.
All right. The Weeknd is going to be in the top 10 for the 52nd, or I guess by the time, maybe 53rd week in a row for Blinding Lights, but he's not even nominated for Best Song for the Grammys.
Yeah, that's a whole
So-
year.
Yeah,
Like,
Mm.
that's
crazy.
insane.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad he got to perform at the Super Bowl. Like, say
Yeah.
what you will about the performance,
At least
but
he got
like,
that.
yeah, for sure. Like, he definitely doesn't get as much recognition as he deserves. He's one of my
Mhm.
favorite artists right now. I'm excited because he's touring and he's coming to Cleveland next year.
Yeah.
for sure.
Ooh.
But how do you stay in the top 10 of the top 100 and not get nominated for Song of the Year? Or like
they-
the best-
Literally song of
They
the
overlooked
year.
him. They overlooked him.
For sure. Like, it's like everybody was like, did he not send in? Like, you have to like be like, hey, can you nominate me? Like, send in all of that stuff. But they said, like, his recording art label was like, yeah, we sent in all of the stuff for that.
Mhm.
So I guess the
That's
joke's
really
really on
interesting as to
them.
why.
We'll talk a little bit more about the Grammys later, but I just think that it's interesting. And it's great. It's a big feat to be in the top 100
Yeah.
for that long,
Mhm.
let alone the top 10.
Right.
For sure. All right. So up next, we're going to talk about something I'm not excited about.
That's fine, but we're talking about it anyway.
Yeah, that's how this show works.
Oh, well.
The Powerpuff, there's going to be a Powerpuff Girls reboot on the CW. This is a little bit of old news, but the three girls have been cast. Dove Cameron will be Bubbles, Chloe Bennett will be Blossom, and Yana Perrolette, I'm sorry, will be Buttercup. I think it's Perrolette. I apologize. But yeah, those three fine ladies will be the older version of the Powerpuff Girls and the live-action reboot from the CW. A tale as old as time. What do you guys think?
That
Now
phrase
talk.
right there is a ripoff of the Beauty and the Beast.
The live-action reboot of Beauty
Yeah.
and the Beast, or the original Beauty and the
I don't know.
Beast?
Whatever a tale as old as time means.
I don't know. It just
They
means it's a
took that
long
from the Beauty
time.
and the Beast.
It's in the Beauty and the
It
Beast
is
song.
from Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, what do you guys think of this?
I'm excited
It's
about
awesome.
it. I don't know. I like live action.
Yeah.
I like the whole live action Lion
Mhm.
King and the Beauty and
Who
the
likes
Beast.
the live-action Lion King? I find that really everybody hated that.
I
The
love
Lion
it.
King?
Everybody was like the animation, like he doesn't have any emotion. 'Cause he's
Well,
like,
maybe
how
the director
could you?
wanted
How
to just
could
play off
you?
of real animals rather than making them a face or something.
I
Maybe
don't
the director
know.
wanted to look realistic.
It's
Because I would
just-
think, yeah, it's Disney, so if they wanted to go that direction, they probably put it. If they wanted to
don't
give them
know.
more of a cartoonish look, they probably would have done it. But maybe the director wanted a more realistic approach,
well, I
as
get-
if it was
I-
real life.
Hey man, I get that. I'm
Okay.
fine. I haven't even seen it, so.
You haven't?
No, I have. No, man. I didn't
Oh, that's right. You're
want
more of a
to.
Netflix person
Yes,
and
I
Hulu
am.
person.
I'm not a Disney person as much anymore. I saw Soul. That was great.
It
That
was.
the last Disney,
like
like
Soul.
Onward. Before I'm more of a Pixar person, but
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't like the live action reboots. Never really made me want to go to the movies.
No.
But yeah,
I just liked them. Yeah, but back to the Powder Puff. I'm excited just to see how they are in their like later selves and like where life is actually like happening to them. I think it'll be cool to see how that goes and plays out and how they have to like save the world, which is still a little action in there.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
evolution of growth and development, everybody.
Yes, correct. I'm not excited because, you know, I've seen what the CW does to, like, you know, their live action stuff. I've seen Riverdale. I've seen what happened to Riverdale. I'm sure it started off strong, but
Yeah, for sure.
I've
Halfway
been
through, I just stopped.
I've been in jail since 4th grade. That means you've never felt the highs and lows of high school football.
Oh,
Right.
Just like, oh god. But yeah, I love the Powerpuff Girls though. I've grown up with them. I loved watching the little Powerpuff Girls special that they did. Didn't like the reboot series. Thought it was
Oh, well.
bad. That was just bad writing. And I've never really liked live action reboots like Disney stuff. I think that they're but I do see where you're coming from, Laney, of like, it's a different story.
Yeah.
It'll be
Like, there's
interesting
gonna
to
be a
see their
different
interpretation.
line to it and
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure. That
be
would
cool.
be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
Spin. All right. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more of a photo that was spread on the internet this week, as well as some cool Disney news. But right now, we're going to go over to Zion, who's gonna talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Thanks, Zion. I know I'm excited about it. I loved WandaVision. Yeah, and you know I love Marvel, so that should be a very interesting series that starts next week. It's only 6 episodes though, but kind of in the Disney realm of things. Disney Parks announced earlier this week that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is a new ride coming to the France Pavilion in Epcot. I know, it's so exciting. We haven't had a new ride in literally forever. It's coming October 1st this year. So 2021. Apparently, it's some opening season, part of some opening season event. Yeah, the 50th. It'll start the 50th anniversary celebration.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
gonna be really fun. They premiered it with a really cute video with a really unsettling Remy costume.
Hey, I liked the costume.
I didn't like the costume
Back
that
off.
much. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, it's a
fine.
little scary, but it's okay.
So aggressive.
I'm really excited about it. I was at Epcot last year,
Mhm.
and it was just like a big construction zone, and then just like the thought of it, like, get me all excited. So maybe I'll have to go during Christmas just to.
Yeah, I love
Sam.
Disney World. I like watch YouTube videos about the theme park rides and Disney like fun fact videos. Like I love Disney World
Yeah,
so much.
me too.
I really want to go when like all the restrictions are like lifted and the hours are normal again and
Yeah.
you can stay. I want to
Right.
have like a whole week where I can just do park stuff.
Do
Yeah.
everything.
Especially if this is opening up. But you have to go. I don't like Haunted Mansion Holiday. Like the Nightmare Before Christmas thing that they do to the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, okay.
And that's like from September all the way to December. So that's like a
What?
good fourth of the. I don't know why it starts in some. Like I get like
Because
it
they're
wanting
Halloween
to like
fanatics.
yeah I get like wanting to do it during Christmas, but like wouldn't you want
Yeah.
just regular Haunted Mansion on Christmas, like on Halloween? Or would you want The Nightmare Before Christmas? Do you guys think Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
It's both.
That's fair. What do
yeah,
you think?
I don't know if I could pick. Like, I would say more Christmas, but it's all spooky, like Halloween. So it's,
Christmas is spooky.
It
is
can be.
though?
It's very scary.
I mean, Christmas Carol, that's pretty spooky. There's ghosts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That one's kind of.
yeah. I agree. I'm really excited to see like with all like the preview stuff we've been getting. I'm excited to see Remy's
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
too.
Epcot
Yeah.
just doesn't have a lot of rides in the pavilions,
Yeah,
except for like the
it's
Frozen
more
one.
of like adult. Like, it's not like
Mhm.
kid and going to all the countries and stuff.
not too much
Yeah, for
youth,
sure.
youth enjoyment.
Yeah, for sure.
anymore.
It's literally just the Frozen ride, and I think
Mhm.
there's a Three Caballeros show in Mexico.
Yeah.
But I do think that it
Okay.
needs a thing. I know from watching all like these defunct videos, it's like there was supposed to be a cool Mount Fuji ride in Japan, but that didn't work out,
Yeah. That's.
which sucks.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited about it. It sounds like you guys are excited. Elek, what do you think? Are you excited? You sounded excited.
Yeah, I'd love the three Caballeros. How do you say that?
Caballeros, I
Caballeros,
think?
maybe.
I've seen it. It's a
Yeah.
pretty interesting movie. It's on Disney Plus.
Are they gonna thaw out that Frozen ride, or are they gonna keep it frozen?
Wow.
Very funny.
Oh wait, sorry, the movie Frozen. Oh, my bad. Whoops, I did not mean to go that route. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. Yeah. Speaking of Frozen, Lady Gaga uploaded a photo of her and Adam Driver in looks like a ski lodge scene for their new movie House of Gucci.
I think they're going skiing.
It looks like it. He looks like he's
Yeah.
wearing ski pants. It's a
They
very
look
interesting
rich.
photo. They do look rich. I think it's about Gucci and like how it was founded, things like
Yeah.
that. I honestly don't know that much about this film. I just thought that the photo was interesting. People were photoshopping like Hoth.
Yeah, Hoth
in the
and
background,
so many memes.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the memes.
It was great. You said that Adam Driver looked a bit weird since.
The Kylo Ren is now in a sweater and ski pants and glasses with a nerdy smile. It's scaring me.
Somebody said that Chris Evans' sweater in Knives Out walked so that Adam Driver's sweater could run because it's the same sweater. What do
Yeah.
you think, Laney?
That's funny. I'm excited to see what this movie has to offer.
Me too. It's the only photo I've seen.
Especially
of it.
like with Lady Gaga, that'll be The Star Is Born was so good. So
I still haven't seen A Star Is Born.
oh my gosh,
I haven't seen
so
any of the A
good.
Star Is Borns because there are 3 now. But there's a Barbra Streisand one, the Lady Gaga one, and there's another one, but I forget who's in it. But yeah, it looks interesting. Gaga looks amazing. I love Gaga as well, but I like her more from American Horror Story because she does a pretty good job in American Horror Story, just being evil and a scary vampire lady.
Right.
So yeah, I think that it looks great. Everybody seems excited. Let's go on over to Marcus. He's going to be talking to us about the Grammys. Thanks, Marcus. That was a really interesting little segment there. Like we said before, The Weeknd getting snubbed was a big no bueno. Do you guys agree with any of his predictions? Nope.
I mean, they're reasonable, but then again, I wouldn't know details, so I'm just gonna go with what he says. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about you, Laney? You
I
said
don't-
Dua Lipa was nominated for quite a bit. So
Oh yes, she does have like a nomination
over
in
the charts.
every category here: album, song, artist, like all over the board. But
So do you agree with him? She might get a Song of the Year.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like
No.
Levitating would be a pretty good solid choice. I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just go. Who are you guys most excited to see? Laney, I think. I don't know if you're gonna watch the Oscars. Elek. He just shrugged.
No.
So, okay. What do you think then? Who are you? You said Post Malone.
Oh, Post Malone, everything. So his album is Hollywood's Bleeding. Definitely 10 out of 10. That is beautiful. I mean, my favorite Post Malone album was Stoney, but this one's still good. So I deserve it, or I believe it deserves a Grammy.
For sure. Yeah, I love Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there. Doja Cat. That's gonna be interesting, I guess. I'm not a huge Doja Cat fan anymore.
Yeah. It'll
Billie
be
Eilish.
interesting to see. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, who doesn't love Billie Eilish? Harry Styles. Who doesn't love Harry Styles? And then, of course, like he said, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, all of that good stuff. I don't think Beyonce's gonna be there, but Bruno Mars came out with a new song, so that'll be interesting. He'll probably perform that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we're just about out of time. So,
Oh
we're-
man.
I know it sucks.
But I want to talk forever.
You can do that, just not on here.
Okay.
We're about to zip it back up here at Entertainment Unzipped. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday at 1 p.m. to stay updated on all things entertainment news right here on 88.1 WZIP. Also, be sure to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at WZIP, and you can watch Versus Live every Friday from 6 to 6:15 on our Instagram at WZIP-FM. Where can they follow you two?
You can follow me at Laney_Miller on Instagram.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at ElekLightKidFire.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Daffodil Pines. Daffodil like the tree, Nope. Daffodil like the flower.
I was like, oh,
Pines
tree.
like the tree. Once again, thank you for tuning in and listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, WZIP listeners. You are listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we talk about all things entertainment. I want to take this time and wish you all a happy Easter. And what better way to celebrate this holiday than to talk about some Easter activities and tell the story of Peter Cottontail. For those of you who don't know, Peter Cottontail was a scientific genius who grew up to become the chief Easter bunny in his hometown, April Valley. He was best known for his book that came out in 1910, his most popular song, Here Comes Peter Cottontail in 1949, and 2 of his movies that came out in the years of 1971 and 2005. Cottontail was the most iconic Easter idol of the century, as he influenced many hearts and the meaning of the Easter season. In the original storyline, Cottontail was the bunny who always wanted to become the leader of April Valley as the chief Easter bunny, but he had to learn how to be responsible for all activities that took place in preparation for Easter, such as basket weaving, collecting eggs, and picking flowers. Irontail, the main villain, challenges Peter to the statement of the contract saying, "Whoever can deliver the most Easter eggs shall be named Chief Easter Bunny," which takes Cottontail on a wild adventure to save April Valley. With the help of Mr. Sassafras, Peter travels across time and space as he visits the other holidays, such as Valentine's Day and Independence Day, to deliver all of the eggs. Once he has successfully done so, he was crowned as the chief of the Easter Bunnies. Now, fast forward to 2005, where another animated movie was created using CGI. What I liked most about this movie is that it was filled with bright colors and an amazing set of characters. It took off the original movie where the basic storyline was set with Peter Cottontail as the protagonist and Irontail as the antagonist. But this time, there are other story plots and characters. In this story, Peter Cottontail was a young inventor who dreamed of changing the future of Easter. Irontail, who has now joined forces with Jackie Frost, decided to take over April Valley and all of Easter by stealing 3 of the 4 seasons' gadgets, which stopped spring, summer, and fall from changing. It was up to Peter and his friends Flutter and Munch to save Easter from an eternal winter. Easter is definitely one of those special holidays that you can spend with your entire family, such as painting eggs and going on an Easter egg hunt. It's great for the kids, too. Thank you so much for listening. That concludes my package. Make sure you stay tuned on to Z88 to hear more entertainment news. Until next time, happy Easter.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we unzip all things in entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Rachel. I have 2 great co-hosts joining me today, Elek Kitchen and Lilly Wright.
Hello.
How are
Hey
you
there.
both doing today?
I'm doing good.
I'm great. It's good to be back on the show. Can't wait to talk about some of these topics that we have for this episode,
Yes.
or whatever we
Week.
nicknamed the show, the week. Yeah.
Okay, just jumping into it. We'll start off with the biggest stuff that probably happened in this past week, which was the Loki trailer, the final Loki trailer dropped. I didn't watch all of it, but that's for my own benefit, so I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on when the show happens.
I have
Right.
watched all of it.
Good. What did you think then, Lily?
I think it looks pretty good. I'm not that big on the comics, so some of the things that they talk about, I'm just like, I don't know what that means, but I'll go with it. I don't know what a timekeeper is, but
I do.
yeah,
Really?
I'm just kind of going with it.
Yeah. So basically, I believe the timekeepers, they basically make sure that any anomalies or differential things that happen in the timeline don't go unchecked. So when Loki diversed from the timeline that was supposed to happen with Loki, he became an anomaly.
Yeah.
So they captured him.
Yeah, something they have in the trailer is he wears a jumpsuit jacket type thing, and it says anomaly printed on the back, like you would see Doc printed on a prison one.
So now
jumper.
I wasn't sure what that meant first, but now that as we talk about it, because when I saw the trailer, he like teleported to like a different dimension, and then
That's
people-
just Marvel.
Yeah.
we're just looking at him weird, and then they took him in, and all this other stuff happens. I don't know. The impression the trailer gave on me was just the fact that he's this guy, and that sneaking out, and then here he is, he's being, I don't know what to properly say, but like assassinated. But I don't know if that's too far of a stretch to go, but that's the impression it left on me.
Apprehended might be the correct word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
I don't
is
have a very
this
big
is
dictionary.
the Loki from Endgame that kind of just got out. Clearly, the Loki that we know and love became a better person over the time. But so I'm hoping that we'll see more of the sneaky Loki that we got to know and also still love.
The Loki that people
Yeah.
like originally fell in love with back in the first Thor movie and the first Avengers.
It should be great. I'm
It looks
excited. Owen Wilson in a Marvel movie.
I know.
Obviously, that's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it looked like really well shot and well edited too.
Mm-hmm.
I still have qualms with the font combination they chose for the title.
Just Loki.
You don't-
No,
Just
Well,
all
I
of the
mean,
different
no.
logos.
Just
When the letters,
it
I
looks
think
all weird. It looks
when
weird.
the letters arrange themselves, is that what we're referencing to? I
Yes.
think at the end of the trailer,
Well,
where
just like
the
the
four
final
letters
ones
L,
they-
O, K, and I, they just
Yeah, the
change.
4 final fonts they chose, I'm like, could be better.
Yeah, I'm excited. I purposely didn't finish the trailer because I was like, ooh, this is good. Wait, I want to go into it kind of blind, you
Yeah.
know? Kind of like
Yeah.
how I was I'm pretty sure what the Falcon and the Winter Soldier's plot was going to be after I watched the trailer. See, with WandaVision, we didn't know anything because they had to
Oh,
cut
yeah.
out most of
Really?
it because anything other than like the first 3 episodes was just context.
Yeah, context.
And they kept it very vague.
Yeah, and I think the little bit they did give was enough to get people interested in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they had to like spoil the whole thing to get people to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Marvel's a pretty big universe. I understand. I mean, Loki's also a very big character. At least from the one movie I watched, I forget which one it was. He was one of the main villains who summoned a whole bunch of bug-like armies.
That's
It's-
I don't know which
That's
movie that was.
The Loki movie.
It's the Loki.
the
Well,
Loki movie.
All right, let's move on a little bit to some movie
Yeah.
trailers. The Zola movie trailer dropped. It's based on the hashtag The Story, which is basically the first Twitter thread before Twitter threads were a thing.
Interesting.
I don't know if we could even go too far into detail about it because
Yeah.
it's very
Very raunchy.
rated R.
Okay.
Very
Which
raunchy.
is, we can't really talk about it over the radio, and I think it is rated R. But it's an A24 movie. The style of the trailer looks really interesting.
It does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What movie? It kind of gives me the vibes of the Florida Project. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I will
Are you
s-
guys excited
I-
about the movie?
I'll say when I heard the trailer drop, it's the first time I've ever heard of the story.
Oh, I
when-
forgot it existed.
Yeah, because when it
Yeah,
came out, when
still
the
don't know
story
exists.
when the story first got posted in 2015, I didn't use Twitter back
Yeah.
then,
Mm-hmm.
so I just had never heard about it. And so I read the whole thing, and I was like, "What am I reading?" It just got more and more insane with each
Yeah.
tweet.
Mm-hmm.
I had only seen it. I had seen it on Tumblr, and then it totally got etch-a-sketched from my brain. And then this
Okay.
trailer came out, and then people were like, "Here's a link to the original story," and it was the story that I had read on Tumblr. So that, and then I was like, "Oh wow, this is bueno insano."
Yeah, it's wild.
It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's pretty crazy, I would say.
So
Very
yeah.
crazy.
It looks like it's gonna be a good movie though.
Yeah, it looks. I'm just glad that they contribute. They gave credit to the
Yeah.
original tweet person, and they seem excited about the movie. So I'm sure they're getting some sort of compensation, maybe a little cameo.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, because I remember a comic artist I follow. He was like, "Hey, so my entire webcomic that I made this one time got stolen for this short story
Oh no.
for this movie that had happened." So that was weird. But yeah. So hopefully, hopefully it's a great movie. I'm
excited
excited
to see it.
So speaking of some movies, Laney is we have a couple of movie little segments today. Laney's going to talk to us about her thoughts on the Netflix movie Moxie. So let's hear that. Take it away, Laney.
Already dighty.
Let's go.
Thanks, Laney. Lots of interesting thoughts on Moxie. I kind of agree with Laney. I watched it as well. I couldn't finish it at one point, so I had to watch the rest of it at another point. I love Amy Poehler.
Was it secondhand embarrassment?
Yes.
Oh no.
Probably no.
I'm not even gonna try then. I'm not gonna try.
It's the dinner scene.
Oh no.
It was. She was just like yelling at them, and I was just like, I don't feel comfortable. So
I am
I
very
just
uncomfortable
noped
with this
out of
energy.
it.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay. It's not the
Alright.
worst movie out there.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Montero again. So we talked a little bit about Montero last week. It's Call Me By Your Name, also called Call Me By Your Name, by Lil Nas X. There was a lot of controversy surrounding the satanic imagery that was happening in the music video. And then the shoes thing happened. He's getting sued by Nike. But good news is Montero is #1 on Billboard this week.
Good for Lil Nas.
Yeah,
Good job.
It's a good song.
It's a good
Deserved.
song.
Yeah.
So regardless on what people think about the music video,
Who cares about lawsuits when you
the
have
song
#1
is
on the
good.
Billboard
Right.
charts?
yeah, he's been tweeting very excitedly all day, saying things about
Ooh,
his
look at me, look at me.
haters and how their tears can fill his Grammy cup.
And then you can swim in it.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, for sure. He said, all jokes aside, we control our own destiny. Never let the world decide on it for you, no matter how dark it may keep going. No matter how dark it may look, keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's congratulations to Lil Nas. Very well deserved in my opinion.
I've really been enjoying his social media over the past week or so.
Really?
He
Because,
keeps posting.
How's it-
oh yeah,
memes.
I follow him on TikTok, and he's
okay.
just there's a sound on TikTok that's like it's basically from the perspective of someone who's in hell as he's like going down the
the
pole.
pole or heaven
Or heaven, and they just hear
It's like,
hear him
"Call
singing.
me by
People
It's
have just
so
been doing
funny.
such funny things with it, and he
It's my
keeps and he'll repost them on his TikTok.
It's
And
my
then
favorite thing
sometimes
right
I'll
now.
see people's reactions to him doing that on their own TikToks, like, "I'm on Lil Nas X's TikTok."
That's great.
It's great. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to some not great stuff. At least in our opinions.
Yeah, it might be good for you guys, but
yeah.
for us,
We're very mad.
could be
about it.
better.
Yeah, for sure. Lena Dunham debuted a new plus-size lineup of clothing. Now, I don't like Lena Dunham. I will just say that
Yeah,
right off the bat.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She's not a great person, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've never
I
been.
don't know
the
why
biggest
she's still
fan.
famous, in my opinion.
Because people like what she does, and
Who?
depending.
Point me in the direction.
Yeah, I think that most of it is people don't care about the bad things she does, or they just
Yes.
don't care about her.
Mhm.
Yeah, I care about the bad thing she did because it
Yeah.
was a bad thing. We're not going to get into it on there. We're talking about her line, which apparently is not awesome either. I can't find the line.
I have it pulled
up. Please show me.
Yeah,
You seemed upset about it though.
it doesn't
why?
look good. I looked at it, and the first thing that came to my mind was this is a Target maternity section, and the cheapest thing here is $100 tank top.
Yikes.
Ah,
Yeah, a lot
okay.
of people on Twitter seem to be upset that it was a lot of just monotones, which is pretty boring for anybody, just fashion-wise.
It is 5 items.
It's just 5 items?
It's 5 items.
Like
It is a
5 expensive items, not just
5
items. 5 expensive items. That's
Yeah.
all she's got on her list.
It is one.
Just imagine.
It is one white tank top that is $98. One
just
like
everything that she's wearing in this article is the line.
yeah,
That's
it is
it.
one flowy button-up silk blouse thing that is $130. A like navy scalloped like above the knee skirt. It's like $138. A blazer that matches the skirt and goes down to like maybe an inch above where the skirt stops. That is $298. And then just a
Oh
very
my gosh.
bad dress
Oh
that is
my-
that is $268.
Imagine walking into a store and they have different sizes, but they only have like 4 things. It's like a
Yeah.
cup, a plant, a dress, and like I don't know, like a phone case. Like no, and they're
That's
all like
it?
$300 each.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you walk into a TJ Maxx and instead of like it having like 500 different shirts, it's like you can pick 2 shirts. There is 1 skirt, 1 jacket, and maybe you can get pants.
Good luck in the stock market.
Yeah, this just seems like a bad idea. Yeah, but like I was saying, a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of plus size women on Twitter were like, "This is bad."
Yeah.
I'm ranging in the plus size thing. I can be anything from like large to like
Yeah.
2X. depending on where I think that it's bad. I don't think that she's really doing the things that she thinks she's doing.
Yeah, I
we
noticed
need to get more into patterns as a society.
It falls into a lot of like things that a lot of plus size clothing I've seen does. It's like very loose and it doesn't want to not revealing. It's like plus size clothing so often just wants to like hide your shape instead of like showing it off.
Yeah, but again, this is just our opinion. If you love Lena Dunham's line, buy it or just admire it. You know,
Or
that's
admire
up
it.
to you.
If you don't want to spend
If you don't have $300 to spend
don't
on
have
a single piece of clothing,
$100 for one white tank top.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. So let's go into Christina's little segment about 911 Lone Star. Thanks, Christina. Wow, I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
I discussed Ryan Murphy stuff not on this show, but on my podcast. I'm not gonna drop a link to my podcast, but
No self-promo.
he's very hit on. No free clout.
No free clout.
He's very hit or miss when it comes to things. But I'm glad people are enjoying this show. You know, it seems very intense.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Animal Crossing dropped a Build-A-Bear workshop collaboration. It is Isabelle and Tom Nook stuffed animals. I guess they come with a phone case and a little soundbite. Basically, they dropped a. I am not sure if they sold out yet or not, but they did a virtual line online, as you might have seen, and if you've tried to schedule a COVID vaccine or just for any very exclusive sort of drop, they put you in a virtual line and they just tell you how long it takes to wait.
That must be a pain.
Last time I tried to do it, it was over an hour long.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, what do you guys think?
I'm a big Animal Crossing fan. Like when New Horizons came out, I think I played it every day for several months, and now I haven't touched it since August because I burnt myself out on it. Whoops. But I know a lot of people are pretty disappointed with it only being those two characters, because even if they didn't want to do like all the different villagers and stuff, they could have at least done more of like the NPC characters.
Yeah.
I know there's two owl characters that people were really hoping for. Blathers, the museum curator, and Celeste, his sister, who like does constellations and stuff. And I know there is also one villager that people really wanted because his design is literally a patchwork teddy bear, which I think would have been a perfect Build-A-Bear design that would have sold out so fast. But you know, it's what they decided to do.
I think he's my neighbor in my version of, or in my file of Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
almost did something else there.
Patches is a really popular character, and the general reaction seems to be a lot of people are just disappointed.
I'm not, because I didn't have any expectations.
Fair enough.
Oh well, but I mean, I wasn't really expecting the whole Build-A-Bear thing to happen either, but I think, not that they couldn't bring out more stuff later, maybe they're just bringing out two characters and then see how those guys go, and then maybe they'll take out the bear himself, and then the mayor, and then the two owls.
Well,
who knows?
You're the mayor in New Leaf.
Oh.
Tortimer! Are you talking about Tortimer?
Oh, the old school mayor.
Maybe. I don't know.
Tortimer isn't even in this game.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
he's called
upset.
Villager in Smash Brothers.
No,
okay.
That's just the player character.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Because like Isabelle's also in Smash.
Well, yeah.
So that's why I thought maybe, I don't know. Okay.
So this entire time we've been talking, I've gone back to the Q website, and it says that it's my turn, and I've been waiting for it to be my turn this entire time. It won't let me into the website, and now it says the line is paused.
Oh my.
So,
Oh no.
Yeah, I think that it's cute. Lindsay, I don't really have any expectations for that. I was pretty sure it was going to be Isabelle no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
But
No way it wasn't gonna be Isabelle.
yeah, you know, like she's the face of the thing
She's
for
the
now.
fan
She's
favorite.
the face of the franchise now, as Tom Nook was the face of the franchise then and now. So I can see why they would choose these two characters. I think it'd be neat. It's clearly it comes with the summer outfit, so maybe they're planning on rolling out more in the future.
Maybe.
But until
Possibly,
then,
yeah.
I'm happy with it. You know, they look adorable. I would
Yeah.
love one. They are online now. They're coming to workshops or the workshop later this summer. So hopefully we'll be able to get them then.
Sweet.
All right, so let's go on to our last segment, which is about the SAG Awards. The Screen
right.
Actors Guild Awards happened this past Sunday. So yeah, let's look at some of the winners. Best Motion Picture Ensemble was Trial of the Chicago 7. And of course, Chadwick Boseman once again won for his perform as leading role, male actor in a leading role for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And then Viola Davis kind of surprised me, at least, with the best female actor in a leading role for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Who were you expecting to win that one?
I
like
really
anybody?
want Carey Mulligan to win.
Yeah, that we did. We've
Maybe
talked
one
before.
year. She has to just keep trying, and then she'll get it.
I want her to win for this movie though.
This movie?
We've talked about Promising
Well-
Young Woman, and
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
it
it's
looks
so
so
Once the
good.
movie's nominated, does it never get nominated again?
No.
no, it's just
No,
the
it's
year.
just
it-
a one-time
This is
thing,
the
and then
year
it
that
only
it
gets
came out.
Year
one
it
shot.
comes out.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
yearly.
So The Crown won Best Ensemble in a Drama Series because of course.
Of course it did. I think it was good nominations. The others were Better Call Saul, Bridgerton, Lovecraft County, and Ozark. Those are all solid choices.
Yeah. Jason Bateman for Ozark won Best Male Actor in a Drama. Best Female was Gillian Anderson for The Crown because she did really good as Margaret Thatcher. Like surprisingly, really, really good. It made me
Nice.
forget about the fact that she's an American actress.
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
yeah. That's
I
always good.
thought you were gonna say it made you forget about the fact that she was playing Margaret Thatcher.
That as
That's
well.
also something.
Where is it?
That as well. Young Jun Yoon from Minari. I hope I pronounced that right. My apologies if I didn't. For Best Supporting Actress and or Supporting Female Actor, and the Best Male Actor in a Supporting Role was Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and Black Messiah, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Schitt's Creek took a bunch of them again. And then Jason Sudeikis won for Ted Lasso again.
Yep.
I need to check that show out, except I don't have Apple Music. Not Apple Music. I don't have Apple Music, and I don't have Apple TV either. But and Anya Taylor-Joy, of course, won for the Queen's Gambit. She's my queen. Mandalorian won for Best Stunts, which is great.
And then Wonder Woman 84 won for motion picture
I'm
stunts.
glad it won
Right.
for something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Mulan didn't win that one.
I'm glad Mulan
Yeah.
hasn't won any. Speaking of movies that were supposed to be bad but turned out really good, this is just a spoiler for my segment. I'm going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Kong. All right, great job, me.
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
Thank
good
you.
Job.
I appreciate it. Did you guys see the movie yet?
I have not yet.
I've only seen the
no.
trailers.
Dang. Well, hopefully that convinced you to watch it.
Oh, it did.
All right, perfect. Well, that's about it for us. So
Yeah.
we're about to zip it back up here at Entertainment Unzipped. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday at 1 p.m. to stay updated on all things entertainment news. Right here on 88.1 WZIP. Also, make sure to follow us on social media on WZIP-FM. That's at WZIP-FM. On Instagram. Every Friday we do a Versus Live with Abbie. Not this week, though. We are taking a quick break for our spring break, so hopefully we'll get that back rolling on spring break, but that's always something to check out, the past episodes. And then you can follow us on Twitter at WZIP. Where can they follow you, lovely people?
You can follow me on Twitter at LillyWrong, and then on Instagram at the same thing, but with a dot between Lily and Wrong because someone took it.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, if you guys want to check out my content, you can check me out at Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Elek Light Kitfire.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Daffodil Pines. Daffodil, like all the lovely flowers that are finally out. And pines like the tree. So yeah, at Daffodil Pines. So yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in and listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Hello, WZIP listeners. This is Elek. I'm back again on Entertainment Unzipped. For this segment, I wanted to take the two different movies with similar storylines and characters and compare them both in the next couple of minutes. The two movies that I'm going to be reviewing are Wish Dragon and Raya and the Last Dragon. Jackie Chan's Wish Dragon was first released in China on January of 2021. It migrated to the US about 2 months later. The storyline consists of a male character encountering a magical pink dragon who is able to grant him 3 wishes. If you think of the storyline of Aladdin, it pretty much follows the same concept. From what I watched and was able to observe in the trailer, the dragon had been trapped inside the ancient green lamp for many centuries, just like the genie. As he explores the world around him, he discovers how much the modern world around him has changed. He had never seen cars, ice cream, or chips before, which I'll admit, that's pretty hilarious. As for the other film, Raya and the Last Dragon, this has to do with the female lead and her magical dragon having to save their entire world from havoc. A long time ago, humans of different tribes had lived together in peace until war had broken among them. It was up to Raya and the rest of her team to find the last dragon and restore the gem to bring back peace among the land. As she meets the co-star of the film, Sisu, she helps out Raya seek out missing parts of the gem as they embark on a crazy adventure battling enemies and discovering new people and places. I was more excited to watch this film because of the amount of detail that the writers put in this story. Now to look at each of these movies, they both include the element of one human coming in contact with the only dragon left of a distant past. The thing that interested me the most was the fact that in one film, the main characters were both male, and in the other, they were both female. But then again, it's all a conspiracy on what the authors want to see. Since I honestly haven't seen either one of these films, I can't say much besides the fact that the trailers really sealed off the fact that these are both going to be great movies. I've always admired dragons and other anamorphic creatures as they have brought different things to the screen. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the summary of the 2 films. Stay tuned on to hear more of WZIP Entertainment. In the meantime, I am Elek Kitchen, closing out.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Entertainment Unzipped, where we unzip all things in entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Rachel, and I have Elek and Lilly joining me today. How are you two doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
You're doing awesome.
Great. All right, let's just, this last show of the season's semester, whatever you want to call it. Bittersweet, but, let's just jump into it. Got a lot of great stuff to talk about.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Last night, Elon, we joked
Wow,
about
thanks.
this last night.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
Elon Musk hosted SNL. I haven't seen it yet. Didn't really look forward to it. My boyfriend who hates SNL was like, this is the one that I'm going to watch.
Huh.
His
That should say
reasoning being if he even mentions Dogecoin, then that's just going to skyrocket. And he's been watching that all week. I'm not going to comment on that. But it was also announced that next week Keegan-Michael Key is going to be hosting, and the week following Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be hosting with musical guest Lil Nas X. I'm looking forward to these other 2.
Yeah.
Wasn't really jazzed about Elon Musk this week. He
Yeah.
was
No problem.
asking people on Twitter what is for skit ideas, and I don't think that anyone should be asking anyone anything on Twitter.
That's just not a good route to go down. Twitter, you can't trust them
No,
at
you
all.
can't.
So
Yeah.
not the best source.
Yeah, Lily, how do you feel about all this?
Elon Musk is an interesting choice.
That's a word.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's interesting. I am excited for the Anya Taylor-Joy show because Lil Nas X has said he'll be performing a new song in addition to Montero.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love Lil Nas X, so I'm really
Same.
excited for that. And I'm just a huge fan of Anya Taylor-Joy. I loved her in The Queen's
Yeah.
Gambit. Keegan-Michael Key is just a funny person, and when
Yeah.
funny people host the show, good things happen.
Right,
It's almost
right.
like
It's
funny
like-
people make the show funny.
It's like
Mhm.
they shouldn't have chosen a not entertainment person to do
Yeah.
an SNL.
Yeah.
I was about to call you Elon. I'm sorry, Elek.
My name is
Elon.
Elon now.
Okay. How did you feel? How do you feel about these hosts? Do you follow any of them? Have you?
Well, let's see. I think the only one I've heard about before was Elon Musk, but I have gotten the impression that Saturday Night Live has pretty clever sketch ideas. So I trust that with whatever ideas these guys put on the board, they're gonna do just fine. There's gonna be some
yeah.
likers, some haters, and
yeah.
maybe there's more haters than likers. But
Interesting
it's-
is also
you
a
can never go
word.
wrong with art, in my personal opinion. So
Yeah, clever is also a word you could probably
clever,
use.
yeah.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus is also the musical guest last night. I do love Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's in a couple of skits.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
let's move on. Kind of, in a relative sense, this next one is also kind of about SNL. John Mulaney has started setting up. He announced his first set of comedy shows since checking out of rehab, which I'm extremely happy to hear. I'm glad he's made a recovery, and that he's getting back out there. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Right.
The Salt and Pepper Diner sketch kind of
one
says you
of-
can only laugh.
One of the best comedy skits out there.
He's just and whenever he hosts SNL, it's
It's always good.
Yeah.
it's really funny. All right, yeah.
So I'm
all
sure
right.
it'll be good again if he has anything to do with SNL
Yeah,
this time.
hopefully he comes back.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll come back as a writer at any
no,
point.
no.
Maybe not. No.
He's too big for that now.
Yeah,
Right.
no. And he's talked about like in his shows just like what a grind SNL writing is.
Yeah. All right. So going back to some more funny stuff, Tuca and Birdie is now coming back. Tuca and Birdie is a hilarious adult animated show. I think it's animated by the same people that made BoJack Horseman. Very different show though. Very different show.
It looks like the same art style.
Yeah, it's great. Tuca and Birdie is coming back to Adult Swim after being canceled on Netflix on June 13th. I'm really excited about it. They announced it earlier this week. I love this show. It's so funny. Tiffany Haddish is in it. She's hilarious. Yeah. Have you guys heard of the show or have you watched it?
I have not watched it, but I want to because it looks really good.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And I'm always into animated movies too, but I have not heard of anything like this. But overall, I mean, just by the picture that was displayed on Instagram, I just know it's going to be a funny show to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Something to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. We're going to listen to Marcus talk about some cool upcoming movies to look forward to this summer. So stay tuned. Thanks, Marcus. Lots
job,
to look
Marcus.
forward to this upcoming summer.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, what are you guys looking forward to coming out this summer? I know a lot of Warner Brothers stuff is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus mentioned this one. I am excited for the In the Heights movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot better than Here's the thing about musicals. I love them, but
Yeah.
Same.
I can't see them because I live in Ohio in
Yeah.
the middle of a pandemic. So I listen to the albums. In the Heights, not my favorite musical album, but the movie looks really good.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you're looking forward to, Elek?
Actually, before we go on the next subject, I wanted to mention something real quick. So I was actually a part of a live In the Heights production at my high school.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I can't wait to kind of watch that movie and revamp some of those memories again. I mean, I was just an ensemble member, but still, it was one of the most interesting musicals I've ever been a part of. So I thought I'd mention that right now, that I've been in a cast of In the Heights, and then now I'm gonna watch the movie soon, hopefully. I mean, if not, I don't mind it that much, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
just got lost.
Are you excited for the West Side Story reboot
excited.
by Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg?
that too. That's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
looks
gonna look good.
It
Right.
looks good. I'm excited for representation, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing that the original lacked. But
Yeah.
other than that, the
Right.
original's pretty dang good, so Spielberg has a lot to live up to. I'm super looking forward to Space Jam and all of the Marvel stuff that's going to be coming out. We'll get a little bit into that later. But yeah, lots of good movies this summer. Lots of original things.
Yeah.
Original movies are coming back. I'm really excited. All right.
Hallelujah.
So some more awesome new stuff that's supposed to come out. The Bad Batch was released on Disney Plus this week for May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. I love Star Wars Day. I watched Clone Wars and made a bunch of Star Wars food, and it was really good, and I was happy, and I dressed up.
Nice.
We haven't had a chance to watch it yet,
No.
since
Not
it's
really.
still relatively new, but
Yeah.
it's exciting. Yeah.
So what I think of this, here's my predictions.
Okay.
I could either be completely right or completely wrong. So you know how usually after we had the main trilogy, the prequels and the sequels, and then we had a whole bunch of spin-offs? I think this Bad Batch movie is going to be another spin-off that's going to feature a whole bunch of side characters.
Yeah, it's a
so
spin-off of...
that's what I can at least say here.
It's a spin-off of the Clone Wars series, because in the series there is a series of a group of characters known as the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
They are clones that have been genetically modified, so from the original, clone thing.
Yeah.
So they are the Bad Batch of clones because they have different personalities, and
they're individuals.
They're more individualistic. Some have different strengths and weaknesses. So it's just about them. And I think Order 66, which I'm not gonna tell you what that is on air. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Star Wars animated shows have always been really solid, and I hope this one is the same.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of watching Clone Wars, having a blast, loving it. I'm definitely going to watch Bad Batch as soon as we are done with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the lots of interesting things happened in the world of Michael Jackson and music. A judge has made a final ruling on the dispute between the IRS and the Michael Jackson estate. So the IRS previously estimated that Michael Jackson's assets at the time of his death were $482 million. But a judge recently ruled that they were only worth $111 million. The judge said that the estate had to be valued at the time of the singer's death, even if it had gained value in subsequent years. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
This just...
it's interesting because the estate, the people running the estate valued it at $2,105.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Okay, this reminds... I was told the IRS doing this after his death has reminded me of something I was told the other day, which is, in the event of the world ending, the IRS has a plan to get back up and running within a month.
Oh no!
Which I'm just how would that work?
Why is that?
At least they have a plan. Doesn't mean it's gonna work, but they have a plan.
Doesn't mean it's a good idea to have. Why do we need taxes after the apocalypse?
All of these pieces of paper that we said were valuable and now are now worthless to us because governments are no longer a thing, and what even is I'm probably gonna use it to burn wood, fires to survive,
cook food. Because I think...
what's really it's are they gonna? I just don't understand. I want to know this plan basically because it's what is going to be? Is it just you're gonna tax whatever you think we have deemed valuable within the first month?
Yep. It'll probably just be whatever food we can get our hands on.
Every tiger's paw is now, worth 10%.
Every banana leaf is now worth.
Is we're going to take 10% and once, the new world order has been established, then we will start, taxing this person more than this or whatever.
Yeah. And they're still not going to tell you how much you owe. And you still got to figure that out yourself. Which
form do I fill out? Oh, wait, paper isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, and this time there will be no YouTube videos to help you figure out how to do it.
I'm just, it's mind-boggling to me. But, part of me respects the grind, but the other part of me is really? The IRS?
I think they just ran out of things to do one day and were like, why not make an apocalypse plan? That sounds fun.
I know that CNN has a plan.
Why do we need CNN?
No, CNN is okay, this is what's going to play if, the end of the world is imminent, and it's just the song from Titanic, I think, being played.
Just on repeat over and over again?
It was a certain orchestra playing it to the president at one point. I don't know which president. But it's on YouTube, and they're if this ever plays, this is what's happening. And I'm just what?
I thought this was going to be their plan to protect Anderson Cooper at all costs.
Oh my gosh. That's what we really need,
Yeah, honestly, that's the CNN apocalypse plan I want. Just keep Anderson Cooper in a bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. All right, up next, we're going to listen to Christina talk about some of her favorite things to do around Akron. So make sure you stick around. Thanks, Christina. I'm all nostalgic now because I also graduated yesterday. And yeah, I love this campus so much. I love Zippy so much. I have to agree with the Rob's thing, though. Every themed night, it's amazing. I remember there being a circuit, a carnival themed night, and they had this barbecue chicken stromboli.
Ooh.
and it
Whoa.
was the most amazing thing I've ever eaten. It was
Wow.
so flavorful and like doughy, and it was really good.
Nice.
Also, the pizza at Rob slaps all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like even if you're like everything else here, like I'm not feeling it. Like
Mhm.
the make your like the Mongolian barbecue thing isn't like your style.
Mhm.
Rob's Pizza will always be there for you.
It's a good staple
Right.
to stand by.
And Zippy cookies. Do you guys have a favorite place on campus?
I don't know.
Mine's here. I love
Yeah.
WZIP.
I like
Mine's
the
a ZTV
station,
station.
too.
No, I'm kidding.
The same
Wow.
station, just another name for
No,
it. Okay.
we're split up.
Just a
You have-
slightly,
we're divided
slightly
in this
different part of
building
the
God, yeah,
in
we
Colby.
Just, it's such a long.
You have the radio
30
side, you have the
ways
TV
away.
side.
Yeah, 100
so
feet away.
100 feet away. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
so
no.
far.
So far.
The kitchen divides
So
us,
Yeah,
but
I'm always
united we stand.
there. Right.
I say my favorite place
I'm in
is the
both, so-
WZIP kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah. Well, I haven't
So-
really been anywhere else besides Colby. Well, Colby.
All right, you
and then-
came during the
Yeah.
weird time.
Yeah. And before I came here, I actually took all my classes in the Polsky building, which is
Oh, no.
completely deserted and just
Oh,
feels like an
gosh.
empty void of nothing.
Fantastic.
I
So-
took ASL for like 2 years, so I know what you mean. 'cause
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, time to
Right.
walk.
Yep.
Or just wait for the roof for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just awkwardly standing there.
Like
Oh,
nothing
gosh.
goes on there.
Nothing
Yeah.
happens in Pulse.
And I used to go to the bus terminal too, so those are always my favorite like get out places.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
My favorite place in Akron is probably Diamond Deli or just Main Street.
I keep meaning to go to Diamond Deli, but I
gosh.
never
It's
get
so
myself there.
good. The
I've
reduced
looked at their-
hours have killed me.
I've
I'm
looked
so
at their
sad.
menu online. I'm like, I want this so bad. This sounds so good, and I just
Mm-hmm.
never get over there.
Get the Chelsea's is this organic.
Chelsea's.
Because their chicken salad is probably the best chicken salad in the
I
world.
love chicken salad.
And
that's good.
the LeBron's The Life I Know is in the 330 wrap. Those are
Mhm.
my two favorite sandwiches there. One's a wrap, obviously.
Yeah.
Just go to Insomnia Cookies after because it's
Fair.
right across the street. And their cinnamon scene is like always very syrupy at Diamond Deli, and it's very good.
Right.
Okay,
I wanna go
let's
eat
move
more.
back on to some entertainment. I'm allowed to be nostalgic. I don't go here anymore. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So some not so awesome news for them. Bill and Melinda Gates have announced that they are getting a divorce. The Bill and Melinda Gates is so they're still going to work at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation
Mm-hmm.
together. And they had identical tweets just of them announcing their divorce that they posted at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been 27 years they've been
Yeah.
together. That's it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we feel? I don't really know if we are allowed to feel.
Yeah.
Lots of rich
Yeah,
people
I mean
news today.
it's gonna be a shift in their career. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
whether this is a good or a bad thing, there's gonna be a lot of changes, and
Mhm.
I mean anybody can relate to that. Whenever someone either gets together or breaks up, usually that shifts a lot of things in your life, and it can often put you in a either good or bad position depending on how you're feeling about the whole thing. But I mean, I guess from what I'm hearing, both Bill and Melinda, I think, are happy that they're I guess they're like
Yeah.
departed from
Yeah,
each
it
other. So I guess
seems-
this would be a
it's-
good thing for them.
it
Maybe I
seems
don't know. but-
Much more amicable than the Bezos divorce.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. All right. Yeah. So that's it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to some interest. The Met Gala, and so everything that we need to know about it has been announced. So they announced their 2021 co-chairs, which are Timothy Chalamet, Billie Eilish, Naomi Osaka, and Amanda Gordon. Yeah, they're all very interesting people in their own rights. So Billie Eilish is the youngest co-chair that has ever done stuff with the Met Gala.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the themes, like the actual theme name, Lily? Do you want to
Yes.
tell us what it is?
I believe I'm paraphrasing because my brain has just gone empty, but it is a history of American fashion.
Yeah. Not
Not their most,
exciting.
Not their most adventurous theme.
Yeah,
but
camp
it is
was
a
fun.
theme.
Camp was fun, and I
Camp
liked
was
what they were
fun.
doing.
Yeah.
Heavenly Bodies was good.
Yeah, Heavenly Bodies was probably
Heavenly
my
Bodies
favorite.
was incredible.
Camp was good. It's just nobody understood the assignment.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, right.
None of them understood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Billy Porter understood.
Billy Porter was the
always
only one.
understands.
Yeah. I think I saw Natasha Lyonne posted her last one. I guess I missed it, but hers was pretty camp. She had like this really cool eye thing going on.
Yeah.
If you guys could host the Met Gala and choose a theme, what would your theme be?
Ooh.
Well, themes in terms of what?
So basically, how the Met Gala works is they choose a theme, and then people are supposed to dress up around that theme, and then the gala, like the display that they have at the Met, is around that theme.
Mhm.
So if you want to learn more, just watch Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially.
I'm getting more of like homecoming, prom vibes from
Yes,
this.
just
Yeah.
with the theme. My
Yeah.
theme would be blonde.
Blonde.
I don't know why. I just think that would be a really fun one to do. Everybody would be
Yeah.
blonde and wear clothes that like go with like blonde hair, like lots of good like things. Because I've never been a blonde, and I would I would look weird as
Are
a
you wanting to
blonde.
go blonde? Is that
I would love to go
Are you wanting
blonde,
to go
except
blonde?
it would look very weird with my skin complexion. And
maybe.
like
I mean-
I've always wanted to like wear clothes with blonde. Like Blondie could
Yeah.
come, she could be the chair. That'd be fun,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people with your same skin complexion with blonde hair, and
I'm sure
it doesn't look as
they
bad as
do.
you think it does.
I'm
I
sure they
promise you.
rock it. I just don't want to go through the process of turning my brunette hair blonde.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes a long time.
Because then if you don't like it, it's just a process to
just-
get back.
It's just
Yeah.
all gotta go,
Yeah.
Lily, what would your Met theme be?
Oh, I don't know. I think something futuristic maybe.
Ooh,
Because I'd like to see what the designers
cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, I think would be.
Yeah,
good. I
cyberpunk.
would want to see what the designers could do with that.
That'd be really cool.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd love to do the whole like what they thought the future would be in the 90s.
Oh yeah, what?
Like the Matrix stuff that they were doing.
yeah,
that
basically
is-
what people thought the 2020s were gonna be like in the 1960s.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So with American fashion, I know that it's sort of a disappointing theme because it's not very adventurous, but probably because we're Americans. So,
Yeah.
but what are we expecting to see, Elek? When you hear American fashion, what comes to mind?
Well, let's see. I think I usually first think about like maybe suits for men and then formal dresses for women. Not too much
That's
of
a good
just
start.
basic first. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
because usually when you're at some type of like awards banquet or well, I mean, I guess with a lot of way that events are, guys usually in like suits, and then women will like dress up, in different outfits
but
depending on the event. But,
specifically American fashion. What do you think? Just like things that
I mean,
if I said
nothing else is coming to mind. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
For me, I'm thinking either we could go the whole like just iconic American fashion moments like Jackie Kennedy,
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe, people
Yeah.
like that. Even though they're two very different women,
Yeah.
as
They're
Legally
both-
Blonde has told us.
They're both
But
fashion
we could
icons.
also exactly. We could also go for American culture like Western. Or
Mhm.
Home on the Range, all that good stuff. Very stereotypical American.
Yeah.
But just all that good
I
stuff.
think
What about you,
there
Lily?
will be, I think there will be at least five separate people who show up in some form of a poodle skirt.
That would be adorable.
It will.
I would actually love that. Yeah,
But I
bring an
think it
actual
would-
poodle.
I think it would be interesting to see at least one person go like full 1776 style. I just think
Yeah.
that'd be very funny.
Viva la revolution.
Viva la revolution.
But that's very different revolution.
Very
But-
different
but,
revolution. Tangential.
Yeah, I feel like you could do a lot with this, but like honestly, Elek had the right idea. I feel like a lot of men are just gonna wear suits.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
men
I
wear.
at least know that.
That's what men wear to the Met Gala, anyways.
Yeah. Except Billy Porter.
Except Billy Porter.
love
He
you.
always knows what he's doing.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna toss it over to Zion. He's gonna tell us some more info about all of those new Marvel titles that have been announced. Stay tuned. Thanks, Zion. Lots to look forward to.
Mhm.
Love Marvel, so I'm really excited. Out of all these movies, you guys, which one are you guys most excited to see?
I think I want to see Thor: Love and Thunder. I think
Me
too.
that one is going to be very good, and I'm very interested to see where they go with it.
I'm super excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, mostly just because of WandaVision,
Ooh,
because
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a prequel to that.
It
But I'm
is.
also excited about Shang-Chi because I don't know anything about Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And Black Widow just because, it's taken forever. But I'm also excited about the new Black Panther, title.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do with that. What about you, Elek?
Those are both good ones I was gonna take. But if I had to pick one myself, I'd pick Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, because that title alone just sounds interesting.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So,
That's great. Well,
and Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Of course.
so yeah.
Spider-Man.
So
He's lost.
like we said before, this is our last episode of the semester. It's gonna be my last episode ever. I graduated yesterday. I'm really. Oh, okay. Thank you both so much.
I don't know what she's saying. I'm just trying to play along, making it
Yeah.
sound like I know what I'm doing, which I don't.
So I just want to say thank you for always tuning in and listening. Hopefully you'll catch me sometime soon. If you're listening,
Yeah.
hire me. If you need a spunky on-air personality that has some very cool, chill voice, perfect for drive time.
Give Rachel a job.
I'd love
Yeah.
to work for
Employ Rachel.
Employ Rachel 2021.
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Rachel for hire.
I appreciate it.
Woo.
You can DM me on Twitter. I'll plug it in a minute. But anyways, just literally, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening to my words going into your ears through your brain stream. I love doing this, and I've loved working at WZIP so much. Yeah, and thank you both for being here with me. What are
of
you guys
course.
looking forward to this summer?
I'm excited to not be in class.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I
Right.
understand. What about you, Elek?
Well, let's see. I got tons of things that I'm doing right now, so I'm not sure if I should go on like a whole ramble
keep it
or if I should
short.
just. I'll keep it short.
Sure,
Okay.
we got a limit.
So, I'm planning on doing DJ training
Oh, great.
Very
for
nice,
on air
very
because we have a
nice.
lot of I think tickets to sell and events to disperse on. I'm also doing stuff for ZTV, so I'll be doing a playthrough and then maybe some stuff for for Goof and then maybe for Lowdown. But that's just here in school, and then I'm gonna work on cleaning up my house at home, and I'm gonna do some other personal things just based on personal growth, and I'll be doing summer courses. So I'm gonna stay consistently busy because I'm one of those people who like to stay, or have the same amount of things going on all year round because I hate the
I feel
whole
that.
oh yay, it's May, okay, it's good, or we're out for school and then summer is like nothing's going on, and then August comes like, oh crap, here comes school again.
Yeah.
Gotta get back to the, it's like,
I
well,
feel
with
it.
summer,
Yeah.
know,
Well, I don't
I'm
feel it
going all the way, yeah,
anymore
right.
because
You're free.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
lucky
I
you.
can think of years as normal years now
right?
until I have kids. Then it's school years
Oh
again.
no.
Yeah,
But like,
That's the
yeah,
trick, just
I'm
don't have kids.
I'm just
Mhm.
gonna work on getting out there, trying to
Yeah.
keep doing
Yeah.
radio, all that good stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
just record some audiobooks. I've been thinking about doing
Ooh.
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try getting back into roller skating because I can be outside again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
COVID
Roller
is
skating's fun.
winding down. Get
Mhm.
vaccinated. I can say that
Yeah.
without getting yelled at. Get vaccinated, Ohio.
Everything that you need to say that you're gonna get in trouble for, just say it now.
I'm
Get it
not
all.
violating page
Break
5.
It's
break
not
page
page five,
break
it's not
page
page
5.
No,
break
No,
page
No,
5.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I get yelled at again, Alec.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, it would be-
okay. You might get in trouble. Don't
Oh,
stop
well.
it. Stop it. All right. But yeah, hopefully working out some personal growth, maybe moving, depending on where I'm
Mhm.
getting a job, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my boyfriend and his dog.
Aw.
Yeah.
Gonna be a fun time, hopefully. Very
Yeah.
nervous about what the future holds, but
Right.
it's gonna be great because I have
Mhm.
friends like you guys to
Aw.
Yeah.
get me there. All right. With that concludes this season/semester of Entertainment Unzipped. So we're about to zip it back up here at Entertainment Unzipped. Make sure you tune in this upcoming August on Sundays at 1 p.m. to stay updated on all things entertainment news right here on 88.1 WZIP. Also, be sure to follow us on social media on Twitter and Instagram, at Twitter at WZIP and on Instagram at WZIP-FM. Where can they follow you two? I'll let Elek go first because I know he has a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on Elek Like Kidfire. As of right now, I'm not very active on those, but hopefully that'll change at least a pinch because I'm not much of a social media person, but I'm mostly active on YouTube, so make sure to check me out there. And then I guess just before we go into Lilly, I just wanted to thank Rachel for an awesome
Yeah.
entertainment experience. I've been on this show since August of 2020, and she has been one of the best leaders here at the station I've ever had. So I
True.
hope that, wherever the future takes her, she's in great hands. I wanted to just keep everyone updated because not a lot of people know how much hard work that Rachel has to put in to make sure that the packages sound good, the roundtables are in check, the blog posts are up to date. And then we have our new live entertainment updates, then organizing the whole Friday versus live things. I mean, all these different elements that just come into part of what we do here at WZIP just to make us that much better. Rachel has put in every single minute that she has to make sure that this entertainment show is the best that it could possibly be, and I couldn't think of a better leader for this type of thing. So thank you,
Elek. I really appreciate that.
But
That was
anyway,
very
yeah,
sweet.
But yeah, again, you can follow me at YouTube.
Right into self promo. Let's go.
Yeah, you can follow me on
just so
YouTube.
that way we're not getting off topic here. But
Yeah, for sure.
And then Lily, where can they follow you?
You
at?
can follow me on Twitter at Lilly Wrong, Lily with 2 L's.
I love that. I
Yeah.
still do.
Thank
All right,
you,
you
thank
can
you.
follow me at Daffodil Pines on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm also
DM
not very
her.
active right now, but I retweet a lot of funny things.
DM
so
her
yeah.
if you want to give her a job.
Yeah, DM me if you follow me or at me. Just be like, hey, please. Yeah, again, Daffodil Pines. Daffodil like the flowers, pines like the trees. Daffodil Pines. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Have a great summer.